All right, what is up? Welcome to the Morning Wood presented by Prop Finder. Man, what's up, Harley? You're already in here. Juan, what's up, dude? We made it. Another Thursday. What we're going to do is we're going to run through the Lions Cowboys, obviously. What's up, Juan? And then I think there's a lot of gold in the Celtics Wizards game. So we can run through that one. And then with whatever time we have left over, sorry about that, we can take any guys that you want. So put the name of any player playing tonight that you want me to run through Prop Finder, and we will get to it. The sooner we go, the better, because we only got like a half hour here. So anyways, let me hang on 1 second. Let me send out the signal. All right, here we go. So tonight we've got the Cowboys-Lions. Should be offensive, but the problem is the Lions they're probably going to be down Amon-Ra St. Brown, which that sucks. So it is what it is. We kind of need him for offense, but I mean, at the same time, it's the Cowboys. Their defense is very suspect. In the pass game, though, in the run game, I don't know. I think the smartest way to play this game from a sides and total perspective would be to go Cowboys plus 7.5, Lions team total over 23.5. So if you do that at FanDuel, that's the only book I know of that I could do that, because you can't really move the team totals at a lot of places. But if you do that, the parlay should be, according to the odds, it should be minus 128. But since FanDuel sees it as reverse correlation, it is plus 102. So in my opinion, I don't think that's that reverse correlated. Like, that's the Cowboys could easily cover 7.5 while giving up 24 points. That's not crazy at all. And as a matter of fact, I would expect that were to happen. Oh, nice work, Lewis. Yeah, we'll definitely get Dak in there. All right, so we'll just start with Dak. Looks like we've got passing yards at 265, which feels pretty fair. If you notice here, what they'll have is they have the zone and man coverage splits. I think those are important. I mean, it depends on what, if it's one high, two high, stuff like that. But at the same time, zone and man kind of tells a good story. Dak, the reason why I say this is they only play 56% zone. Dak is very good against zone. He's 74% this season. What's up, Brando? How you doing, buddy? Completion percentage-wise. So he's doing damage. That'll keep the ball moving. His last 3 games, he's been, it looks like, over this number, 265. So there is that. One thing I always like to do, though, is don't just go on hit rate. Like, it's nice to see the green. What's up, Kucher? How you doing, brother? But, I mean, it's great to see the green, but it's still, every game has different context. You know what I mean? Like, this is every game since the bye, so that helps. But the Raiders, Eagles, and Giants all present different challenges. So you want to see what guys have done against the Lions. I kind of like Kennedy, Andrew. I mean, I don't think St. Brown's playing. I think they're just kind of stringing everybody along because, like, I don't think he even practiced. They're calling him questionable. I don't know. I don't see why you play him. But, that's just me. I mean, they're poised to make a run. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously you want to win this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, if you're thinking about the season, the playoffs, like, you got your best receiver literally on crutches and you're trotting him out there to play. I don't know. It feels not smart. So anyways, Jordan Love. I don't know, Andre. I don't know. That's why I was just like, oh, sweet, Kucher. Smart, dude. I like Tesla too, but he's playing where St. Brown was, and it seemed like they just started going to JMO. Like, I'm not saying they're not going to go to Tesla, but, like, I think Kennedy in the slot, we'll get them in just a second, it's kind of sneaky. and kind of smart because, like, it's a slot guy to do a little bit of volume, and it doesn't. I don't know. If he was on the outside, I wouldn't even think about him. So Jordan Love went 234 on these guys. Jameis went 366. That's crazy. Jalen Hurts 135, not really a thrower though. Mariota went 213, not really a thrower. So they haven't really seen quarterbacks. So like that's what we kind of learned right there was like they're facing Jalen Hurts, Mariota, JJ. I mean, who's been benched and brought back. I mean, he's been terrible. Baker, that's kind of concerning. Only went 228 against them. Mahomes 257. Jake Browning went 251. So just recently, since the bye, Jalen Hurts went 135 against them. That's not good for. I'm sorry. This is not the Cowboys. That's not good for our Dak 265. But Jameis 266. Jordan Love 234. If they weren't playing from ahead, maybe it goes more. So I mean, do you expect the Cowboys to play from ahead? Is probably what you got to ask yourself. But 265 is firmly in play. I'm not sure that's my favorite, though, if that makes any sense. Like, we'll hard it, and we can come back at the end, and we'll narrow down the hearts. That feels like the move, to be honest with you. Get some likes. Get subscribed to this channel. This is the Prop Finder channel. They do tutorials on how to use this. A lot of people, they contact me and say, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Well, watch these streams and definitely pay attention to what's being said. But like I said, watch some of those tutorials on this channel and it'll kind of help you out with, what exactly you're looking for. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. So, try that sweet spot. Let's go to, I would say, receiving options. Obviously, J-Mo. Receiving yards is 80.5. This guy is, it's J-Mo. I've wanted to see what he would be as a number one. Dallas is an explosive play group. So you can get yours against them. Yeah, I had to, Kuchar. We got to go Kennedy. They're going to remember that name Kennedy at the end of tonight. I'll tell you that right now. But J-Mo, okay, so the Cowboys play a bunch of zone, 80%. J-Mo's a man guy, so that's kind of shitty, but I don't know. I don't know that matters with certain, like, ilks. You know what I mean? Like, there's a situation that's definitely changed with no St. Brown. So, I don't know. He doesn't get as many targets against zone. That's going to change, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, because he's going to play his zone tonight. I bet you he does get targeted. So, he went $144 last week after the guy left. He can show up with nothing, but I don't think you're really worried about him showing up with nothing tonight, even though he's done that twice this year, because I don't know, like, there's no St. Brown. Like, he's the guy. So if you're thinking about receptions or yards, I would probably go yards, but look what Rice just did, 92 against them. Worthy in the same game went 71. $110 to A.J. Brown. So, if you want it, you can get it against the Cowboys. Like, that's just a fact. Devonta Smith went for 89. So they had two guys go over this number. The Eagles did. And dude only threw for $115. So, they, like, whoever you want to throw to, you can just get the ball to them. Is basically what that's telling me. So, I don't know. I think the Packers wanted to get all up on Williams' ass, right? You know what I mean? Like, I bet you they did. They weren't like, oh, yeah, we'll just let him run around for free. And he went for $100 whatever against them. Marvin Harrison went 96 against them. Troy Franklin went 89 against them. I think that the Cowboys go into every game thinking they're going to have to get all up in his ass. You know what I mean? But, like, it's a matter of actually doing it. So, I don't know. I think J-Mo is in for a big night. The only problem with that is we got to go 80.5 on him, which is wild to me. The Giants locked him up. I don't think they locked him up. He only had 3 targets, and it looked like the game plan was to go away to someone else. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really say, here, hang on, I'll show you. It's tough to be like they locked him up whenever, like, he's your ex running, deep routes. I mean, he was literally only targeted 3 times. St. Brown went 9 for $149. Do you know what I'm saying? Jahmyr Gibbs went 11 for 45 that game. So they caught 20 balls between the two of them. One of those guys isn't playing tonight. I guess my point is, did he get locked up, or did they just see something better? Does that make sense? Like, why? Like, I don't know. Like, he's the kind of guy, maybe you don't want to get him hurt at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if your game plan is to just, hey, we can just cram St. Brown and Gibbs down your throat all night, why are we gonna miss out on? Or I'm sorry, why are we even gonna get cute and start getting it to JMO? I don't know. Like I said, there's a question you got to ask yourself. I don't know the answers to any of these questions. Also, too, I just have a hard time being like, yeah, they locked them up. It's like, dude, there's other, like, they got 20 receptions to 2 other guys. Like, they obviously saw something that they could just do, and they just did that instead. So that's all. Who the wide receiver 1 is? I mean, yeah, you can look at the depth chart, but I mean, if you know it's St. Brown's wide receiver 1, but he's hurt. Like, I don't think he's playing tonight. So JMO probably moves into that, or they just move it to JMO. You know what I mean? I don't think any of that matters, though. That's all noise. Like, because JMO with St. Brown against whoever this was, Washington, went for 119 yards on 6 receptions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so he'll just play his normal role, but he'll get more looks, like just like he got that game. Like, it wasn't the first game that he had. I mean, he had 10 targets, 7 receptions last game without St. Brown. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really kind of view it as that. Like, you can say Tampa locked him up too. Did they? Like, he just wasn't really part of the game plan. In football, you choose who the ball goes to. That's why I always laugh whenever coaches are like, yeah, we got to work on getting him the ball more. It's like, dude, you would just throw it to him if you wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you design a play and say who it goes to. Like, that's not hard. So, yeah, I would think he sits. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's beat up though right now, Brando. It's tough to get behind, like, injury. Like, every single guy playing is beat up. Every one of them. Those are just stories and noise. Like, that's the whole thing about sports betting I like, is you get to ignore noise and just say what you think, you know what I'm saying, the deal is. And if you're right, you get paid money for it. Yeah, because I mean, there's not a guy on the Cowboys that's not beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're playing in the NFL. I mean, these guys, every game has to feel like you got into a car wreck. All right, so with no St. Brown, we like JMO, but 80 plus is a little expensive for him. Yeah, no, Brando, I agree with that. I don't know if I'm calling it misinformation. I mean, it is, but like, I would think from the team standpoint, it's just something to talk about, because these guys have to talk about something, right? Like, they need something to talk about. So the teams, if they want to just say, yeah, this guy, yeah, we're really hurting in this area, we're gonna grind together, blah blah blah. They have a plan. Like, they think they're fine. It's just something to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Like, but they're not really lying, I guess, because everyone is beat up. At the same time, like, they're ready for it. They have a plan. These are smart guys. Maybe they get the ball out of Goff's hands quicker. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is a winner leave home game, or loser leaves town game. My bad. Let me see their records real quick. I think I got 6-5, 7-5. Yeah, we don't have 2 more losses. So we'll get there, Kyle. I like Fergie too, but here, so let's go. So if we don't have St. Brown, which even if he does play, I don't think he's playing. But that's the thing, man. You're betting on the injury report if we do that, because I don't think he's playing. So nobody seems to like Tom, but Tom played 65% of the snaps last week. and he got 36 yards on 4 catches. I don't know the way to play him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like yards, but I kind of like receptions. 4 receptions is not that crazy because I think the Cowboys can have an absolute field day on Detroit's defense. I think they can definitely score some points and make this into a game where, points are what you're trying for instead of like sitting on the ball or playing the clock game or anything like that. If the Lions get behind at any point, have to play, behind 2 touchdowns, which is not that crazy. Yeah, snakes. I like the bullshit screen, like that little bubble screen. They just kind of hit them quick. So if the line is banged up, they got guys coming out of retirement and going back into retirement. So like maybe the line is banged up. Maybe the plan for that is to get the ball out quickly, right? Then I would think Tom Kennedy receptions feels very right. We're dealing with 0 sample size, though. I mean, it's like 21 routes on the season. It was literally last week. So this guy hasn't even played. So you're definitely taking a flyer here. But 80% zone is what the Cowboys play. And this guy, his targets all came against zone. His receptions came against zone, his yards, everything. But again, you're dealing with a 21 route sample size, so it's super tough to come to any real conclusion there. Ace, 100%. We bet Zay Jones before. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll bet on a Kennedy. Nothing bad can happen to a Kennedy. But last week, 92 yards from Rice, 61 from Worthy, 20 from Hollywood Brown. So I mean, like all the guys are getting involved against Dallas. But do you want to go receptions? Because 4+ is plus money. And Worthy, I mean, Worthy's not really a comp. He's a secondary option, but I mean, he got 4. I mean, those guys move everyone around, so it's very difficult to nail down like kind of who did what from where, if that makes any sense. But Tyler Lockett caught 3 against these guys. Devonta Smith caught 6. Trey Tucker got 4. I think some of those Raiders are kind of who you want to look at. I think Marv caught like 7 against it. Greg Dortch didn't get anything, which kind of sucks. But again, like Marvin Harrison was healthy that game. Troy Franklin got 6 against them. I don't know. I think Kennedy could be in play. And then someone just put in the chat, this is the one I like the most. Oh, my bad. Here, let me do. We'll say receptions for old Tom. But Gibbs last game, if you notice, did shit in the receiving game, and they lost. I thought it was a wild move to ignore your most electric player in the pass game. Instead of getting him the ball in space, they kept running him right into the line. It's like, dude, you got David Montgomery for that. You guys just run him into the middle of the line, and you throw the ball to Gibbs. Because Gibbs, I'm telling you, if he makes one guy miss, he's a problem, like big time. So I would think he's going to be involved in the receiving game a lot more than he was last week, even though, like, I think he caught a few passes. Yeah, he had 4 targets, 3 receptions, 18 yards. I don't know that we're seeing another one of those tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think, like, if I'm watching that, I'm thinking to myself, like, how the fuck did we not get him the ball into space more? Like, the run was not working. I don't think the run's going to work that well tonight. I think the Cowboys got better with Quinnen Williams. So let's look at what other running backs did in the receiving game. 2 receptions for 17 from Pacheco, whatever you want to call him. Tomato. Kareem Hunt, 22 receiving yards. Saquon Barkley, 52. Genty had 27. Look at all those receptions, though. So this is all after the bye against the new look defense. I mean, Mostert was catching passes out there. So I don't know. I think Gibbs, I would say receptions, but it seems stupid. Yeah, we're not doing 5 receptions. I think you have to go receiving yards at that point. 35.5. That's a lot for a running back, but man, I don't know. And on the Cowboys side, I say we look at my bad. Brock Wright real quick, but we don't even have lines for him. So that's a problem. All right. On that Cowboys side, Pickens is priced way up. Obviously, he can do whatever he wants. He's 80+ yards, but you got to pay for that. I don't really see an angle there. And then 80+ for CD. So they're telling you, hey, pick which guy you think it's going to be. That's tough. Let me look at Dwelly real quick. Dude, some rando is going to catch some passes, right? Like, that's just how it's going to work. Wait, Wright's not playing either? Hold up. I totally forgot about. Yeah, Dwelly is actually a pass catching tight end. Dude, he had 3 targets. I mean, I don't know. I would say he catches 2 balls. I would put him in a price pick slip. All right, so Tesla, sorry about that, Ace Snakes. 35.5 yards. The answer I got is I don't know. I feel like we're paying a lot for that. Like, he can. Like, remember last night when I was like, dude, Jamal Murray, I don't know, I'm out. He dropped 50. I think we even said he could go way under or he could go for 50. I think that's where Tesla's living right now. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's actually good. But it's more of what if he gets the JMO treatment? We've seen games, we just talked about it, where JMO didn't get like many targets at all, like 3 targets, 2 targets. What if that's Tesla tonight? And they just run the offense through Gibbs and they little bullshit screens to Kennedy if they need something quick, and then JMO as the receiver, and then maybe Dwelly catches 2 or 3 passes. Like, that's not that ridiculous to think could happen at all. You know, so that's all I'm saying with Tesla. Like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna play him, but I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying it doesn't feel right to me. Like, something feels off. Like, what if he does get JMO treatment? Then what do we do? Now we're fucked. You know, we're just sitting there watching a guy named Tesla run cardio. You know what I mean? I think Goff's gonna have to throw the ball. I just hate how they do it. They try to what's the word? They try to like be the smartest guy in the room with the ball sometimes. And you're just like, dude, how about you guys just score points? Like, once we get later on, maybe start manipulating the clock, but like they do weird shit. Like on Thanksgiving I'm watching, I'm like, dude, you guys do some weird shit when you have explosive players that can do whatever they want out there, and you're just kind of, I don't even know, playing with your food a little bit. Fucking eat it. Yeah, Dwelly, I mean, I don't know. We'll look at what tight ends do. You don't really see guy. I mean, Bowers kind of gashed him up a little bit. 7 for 72, 5 for 45. That's not that bad. They got the ball back. It would have been more if they would have got the ball back. That I'm thinking that fourth quarter drive would have went a little bit to Kelsey, at least anything, like 1, 2. Goddard, they don't really use their tight end. So yeah, 10 receptions from the tight ends. Yeah, 10 receptions to the tight ends of the Raider game. The Eagles, they don't even need to use their tight end. They don't throw it enough. And we saw what they did with the receivers, right? Like they just went through Brown and Devonta Smith, but the Lions don't really have that luxury. It's just, will they go through Dwelly? I think he could catch 3 passes. I don't think it's that crazy. I think I would put him in a prize pick slip, though, to catch 2. That's a pretty good little, you know what I'm saying? Little pop-off spot. 2 passes is not ridiculous, especially in this kind of game script. All right, so between Pickens and Lamb, I don't have a guy. I think you just kind of take them to cover, like we already talked about. Just take them to cover 7.5 and find something to pair it with. Yeah, snakes. 3+ catches from Dwelly could make us like that. Could get us into the Gambling Hall of Fame. First ballot. I think he catches at least 2 balls. All right, and then the last guy we wanted to look at was Fergie. Touchdowns definitely in play, obviously. Receptions. I just don't know which guy it's going to be for Dallas. Like, they've got 3 guys. Dak is playing out of his mind. There's a 140 guy definitely in play. It's just I'm not sure if it's Lamb or Pickens. Like, do you want to play both of them to go well over? I mean, that's cool, but like at the same time, if they both go for a buck, 100 yards, and you had 120 for both, then you lost both, and you were right. So that's you got to kind of experiment there. Like I said, I think I'm just going to take them plus 7.5. Or actually, I already did 7.5, and then take the Lions team total 23.5. I think they get to 24 points. Harley, that has to kill you to see Pickens just go off, huh? So right now, out of that game, we've got Prescott 265.5. We've got JMO 81 plus. Tom Kennedy over 2.5 receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs over 35.5 receiving yards, and Ross Dwelly over 1.5 receptions. I would do that on Prize Picks in a second. Yeah, Harley, I can't believe that happened. Like, you guys finally get a receiver, and then just like nothing. You know what I mean? Now you got DK, and it's kind of the same thing. But Pickens, I think, was just so good. All right, real quick, we got a few NBA games. We only got like 5 minutes, so okay, cool. I'm glad you're happy for him, Harley, because he is so good. I remember I took him to Natty. He was coming back from an injury, and his yards were low. I think he only caught 1 ball that night, but it was deep down the field. And I had his yardage, and I was just like, damn, I knew. Like, that kid is such a dog. The game that I was going to look at, there's only 5, but the Boston-Washington game, there could be some shit in here. Because Jaylen Brown is I don't think he's playing. They don't need to play him against Washington, so they can rest him. McBetts, I think he's still asleep. I think we're gonna record at 10. So gaming noob. So yeah, we're recording at 10. So he'll be up by then. McBetts is on absolute fire right now. I mean, fire. Like, I'm the one that lost the last 3, I think. Keeping it in the thousands, like where he hit both, and like one of my guys messed up both times. It was Huff last night, and both of his guys hit. My one guy didn't, and the other guy did. But that's the 3rd time I think in a row, and like we've been on like fire. So I hope he stays hot. I got to catch up. And this game, though, yeah, game and noob. You know what they said? Like somebody, like a couple guys. One guy was like, well, it was Joker. He was never going to get it against Joker. It's like, dude, the guy took 6 threes. Like, he was open on every one of them. He just missed. You know what I'm saying? If he hits one of those in the first quarter, now all of a sudden, maybe, like maybe he starts feeling a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, basketball's a streaky sport like that. That's why it's tough taking a guy like Huff. Misses the first couple, maybe he stops shooting. He only played 17 minutes. But if he is not ice cold like that, maybe he plays a few more minutes. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. Is like, so it is what it is. I don't know that Joker had much to do with it. I mean, the guy just missed. He missed 3-point shots. Like, what are you supposed to do? So the data sucked. So it is what it is. It's one of those where you just can't really do anything about it. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. I've had too much coffee, though. But my not rebounds. I think this guy easily gets 5 tonight. I think it's crazy. Like, crazy. Yeah, Coop, he was right there. That would have saved the day. But Josh Minot, 5 rebounds is Very good. I don't think Brown's going to play. But I mean, it's just not crazy to think he can get 5 boards. I don't know that we can look at past. That's on. I was looking at these other guys, but like, how do you really? You know what I'm saying? Giannis only got 7. I mean, what was Giannis doing that night? Portis only got 4. That ain't good. But I mean, Siakam had 11. Jeremiah Robinson Earl had 11. Jalen Johnson had 7. That's still more than 5. Oh, dude, I'm gonna bet Huff again. Maybe Middleton, but I mean, like, how much does he play? Here's the thing, though. But you're right, Darren. Like, that's not that bad because if this game's closer to 9.5 and stays a game, we've got 2 teams going against each other that probably, aren't like great defensively. I know Washington's not. Sandro got 7 against them. Julius Randle got 10. Easton at 6. I mean, I think Minot gets 5 rebounds tonight. I think that's a very good play. And if you want to, if while you're bullshitting, watch this. Sam Hauser. I mean, 4 boards. He only played 18 minutes. He had 9 rebounds. So look at these rebound chances. Like 9. I mean, he's probably going to defer a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he will defer, which sucks. But I don't know. I mean, Hauser, rebounds? 4 rebounds, guys. 4. I mean, we're not asking this guy to set a record out there. You guys want to make everybody on Prize Picks or Splash? We could make a bullshit guy slip right now. Hauser 4+ boards, Minot 5+ boards, and Dwelly 2 catches. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are those guys? Like, who even are those guys? And then Bagley was interesting. He's gonna have to play 3 points in the first quarter. 3 points. That's it. Just 3. 13 for the game. Bagley's not that bad. It depends on the price of that Pritchard double-double. And we might be getting cute with assists because I think it might be Derek White assist. But these guys get abused. Last time they played, I was there. No big deal. Alex Sarr broke them off for 30, 31. I mean, if Bagley 12.5, he can't get 12.5. Like, what are we doing? I think he plays a ton. I don't know. I think Hauser 4 boards, a lot of rebound chances, and he'll be on the floor tonight. If he's on the floor tonight, we're all set. Minot, though, is getting 5. Sorry. So what do we got? We got Hauser. I'll keep looking. Hang on. There was one more I wanted to talk about, but I fucking forgot. I hate when I forget. You ever do that? Like, you just kind of you got something and you're like, yeah, man, I can't wait to say this. And then you just don't even oh, it was Simons. You just don't remember what you were going to say. Now I'm second guessing it. Was it even that important? Simons, I'll tell you this from his Portland days. He is a very, very difficult, guy. Murray, right? He can drop 50. He could. I mean, I don't know if he's even 50, but you know what I'm saying? He can have an absolute spike night or he can huff it and just literally miss every 3 he takes. And he'll take a million of them too. So you're like, cool, man, we're still in it. He'll still shoot. And then he just keeps missing. So careful with that. But if there's anybody, any team in the NBA that you would want to see a guy like Simons against, it would be Washington. Right? That's definitely without Brown, this guy's going to have 0 chill, none, 0. 2.5 field goal makes feels like the way to play Simons. If that's still around, we'll put that in there too. If you're going to make a prize pick slip, you could do it with, yeah, no, Sultan. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about Pritchard rebounds. Let me just see. And we got to get out of here. 5 boards. I mean, he gets the chances. He's out there so much, though. And like that, those are the only chances. He can get you 5, though. I would much rather have like Hauser or Minot, though. I'll go with his point, Sultan. I'm not scared. I'm just more saying, you know how it is, right? You sit down, you start to watch the game, and you're so confident in your bet because you're right. You know what I mean? Like, you know you're right. This guy's going to get all the opportunity, all the run he can handle, more than normal. The line should be higher. And then you just watch him break shot after shot, and you're just like, fuck, dude. Like, why did I just do that? Like really? Yeah. Yeah, Harley, 100%. Simons is not afraid to shoot. Zero chill. Like, he will shoot the ball. I think 2.5 field goals is a crazy number for him. All right, so we'll look at our hearts. We'll get the hell out of here. I don't even know if we'll be able to see them all. We have so many. Prescott, Williams, we already talked about those guys. How do you move it down? There we go. So Bagley, 13+ points. Hauser, 3.5 rebounds. Minot, 4.5 rebounds. And Simons over 2.5 field goals made. Let me just get him in there. I think that's a smart play, that 5 boards for him. Washington's going to miss some shots, guys. That's just how they roll. All right. Fergie, Kyle, is a strong maybe. Strong maybe. We went through Fergie, but there was just nothing there saying that he was going to be the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's Dak. I think if you like Fergie, Pickens, or CD, just take Dak. You know what I mean? Like, why get cute? Because it could be all of them. That's it. All right, guys. That was Prop Finder, man. Field goals made. Oh, it was field goals made, Harley. You can only do that kind of shit at Prize Picks and Underdog and places like that. But like, that's a good, solid market. Like, so you just need another guy or two. Yeah, no, I'm with that, Sultan. I don't mind first and anytime touchdown. Like, that's how you're going to have to do them instead of yards and receptions and shit like that. Like, I think you would have to go touchdowns. But it's anybody's guess as to who. Like, I don't have that capability. I just can't do it. So anyways, that's going to do it. This was Prop Finder. It's awesome. If you originate your own bets, this is the site that I use. It is dirt cheap. Like, dirt cheap. Harley, we just did the hearts, bro. Like, dirt cheap. If you get the year, it's like $10 a month. And they have NFL, NBA, college football, NHL, MLB, and WNBA. So it will run throughout the whole year. You don't have to worry about like not having sports to bet. Like, you can use it. It's best for baseball, in my opinion. Not that it's bad for anything else, but it's just so far better than everything else for baseball that I think about it as a baseball app, but it's not. It's all the way through the year. So the idea that we have this is just awesome. And they're always improving. So there's a link in the description. Use promo code SLOP. It's super cheap. But it has all the, remember how we were talking about noise? It has all the data you need without all the noise. Like, I don't want to hear about, guys being banged up and shit like that. Like, it just kind of ruins the process. You know what I mean? Like, I just look at it. Are they playing? You know what I mean? Like, then here's the data that we need. So for that reason, I use Prop Finder every day. And we do the show Monday through Friday. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on this channel. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're on my channel. It's at Slop Rules right here on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. Give me a follow on Twitter at Slop Rules. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Good luck tonight. Thanks for watching.